Imagine this. An American tourist lands in Kuala Lumpur for the first time, steps out of the airport, and within just a few hours, they're already sending messages back home saying, "Why did nobody tell me Malaysia is this good?" And here's the funny part, this reaction is becoming so common in 2025 that Americans simply cannot stop praising Malaysia. But why? What suddenly changed? And why is Malaysia quietly winning hearts across the ocean? Before we dive deeper, let me ask you this. When was the last time you saw a country become famous not because of hype, but because of experience? Keep that in mind, because that's exactly where this story begins. Americans in 2025 are talking about Malaysia in three big ways: experience, stability, and surprise. And the first surprise hits them the moment they arrive. Malaysia gives them a feeling of comfort that they don't usually expect in Asia. Friendly people, smooth conversations, and a culture where, no problem, can settle one, actually means it gets settled. For many Americans, that's refreshing. They're used to fast answers but slow solutions, while in Malaysia, it's the opposite: calm attitude, fast outcomes. That contrast shocks them in the best way. Mini hook time. Did you know many Americans say Malaysia feels like Asia's best kept secret, even though Malaysians themselves don't brag about it? Let's keep going. Another thing that blows their mind is how Malaysia mixes modern life with peaceful living. Think about it. You have KL with skyscrapers touching the clouds, but within 2 hours, you can be in Henteng, Penang, Malacca, Redang, Langkawi, and none of it feels stressful. Americans love this balance. Back home, they often drive hours just to find a quiet spot. In Malaysia, peace is always just nearby. Quick question for you. If someone from the US visited your hometown, what's the first thing you'd show them? Now here's the twist. Many Americans are shocked that Malaysia's food isn't just good, it's life-changing. American food tends to be big, heavy, and salty. But Malaysia. It's flavor. It's culture. It's history on a plate. They try nasi lemak, roti canai, char kway teow, and suddenly they're like, wait, how is every meal this good? For some Americans, Malaysia becomes the first country where they actually gain weight on vacation, not from junk food, but from real food. But food alone doesn't make a country unforgettable. What really stays with them is the Malaysian kindness, senyum, respect for elders, the way Malaysians help without expecting anything in return. These small things create a big emotional impact. It makes Americans feel safe, welcomed, and appreciated. And in 2025, when the world feels more divided, Malaysia's natural warmth shines even brighter. Here's another mini hook. Americans are also praising Malaysia because of something they don't see much anymore: unity in diversity. In the US, people talk about diversity a lot, but unity, that part is still a work in progress. So when Americans see Malays, Chinese, Indians, Sabahans, Sarawakians, all celebrating their culture, food, and festivals side by side, it feels inspiring. They see Deepavali lights, Hari Raya open houses, Chinese New Year lion dances, Gawai and Kamatan, all happening with joy, not tension. And that quietly teaches them something: harmony isn't complicated when people respect each other. Let me ask you this: which Malaysian festival makes you feel most proud? Now here comes the 2025 twist. Malaysia's digital economy and tech scene are getting serious attention in the US. American investors are noticing Malaysia's young talent, strong English proficiency, and growing startup ecosystem. They're seeing Malaysian creators, gamers, entrepreneurs, and engineers making global impact. They look at Malaysia and think, wow, this country is rising, and nobody even noticed until now. At the same time, Malaysia's cost of living compared to its quality of life is shocking to Americans. For them, KL looks like a modern city that should be as expensive as New York or San Francisco, but when they realize how affordable everything is, they're stunned. It makes Malaysia feel like a luxury destination without the luxury price tag. Another mini hook for you: some Americans even say Malaysia feels more advanced than parts of America, because things just work. Payments are smooth. Public transport is improving. Internet speed, shockingly good for the price. Even simple things like tap to pay in Mamak stalls blow their minds. And then there's Malaysia's nature. Americans expect beaches in Asia, but they don't expect beaches this beautiful. They don't expect rainforests this ancient. They don't expect wildlife this rich. It's like Malaysia gives them an adventure, a vacation, and a life lesson all at once. But the real reason Malaysia is earning praise in 2025 is this: it's a country that doesn't try to impress, yet ends up impressing everyone. Malaysians stay humble. They don't shout about their achievements. They just live their culture, build their progress, and open their hearts to visitors. That humility feels refreshing in a world full of noise. So here's a final question for you: do you think Malaysians realize how special their country truly is? And if you're watching this right now, maybe this is your moment to share your own Malaysian story in the comments. Not for hype, not for attention, but because your voice helps more people understand why Malaysia is worth appreciating. If this made you smile, feel proud, or feel a little more connected to Malaysia, feel free to like and share. But only if it feels natural, because Malaysia's beauty doesn't need forcing. It speaks for itself.